Hello everyone, today discuss welding defects in design of steel structures. Welding defects introduction. Common weld defects include first one is the lack of fusion, lack of penetration or excess penetration, porosity, inclusions, cracking, undercut, laminar, laminar tearing. Any of these defects are potentially distorts as they can all give rise to high stress in intensities which may result in sudden unexpected failure below the design load or in the case of cycling loading. Cycling loading means reversal loading and failure after fewer load cycles than predicted. Now types of defects, lack of fusion and lack of penetration or excess penetration. To achieve a good quality joint, it is essential that the fusion zone extends the full thickness of the sheet being joined. Thin sheet material can be joined with a single pass and a clean square edge will be a satisfactory basin for a joint. Now, however, thicker material will normally need edges cut at a V angle. Generally, V angle will be provided and may need several passes to fill the V with the weld metal. When both sides are assembled, one or more passes may be made along the reverse side to ensure the joint extend the full thickness of the metal. Lack of fusion results from too little heat input and or too rapid transfers of the welding torch, that is gas or electric. Excess penetration arises from too high a heat input and or too slow transfers of the welding torch, gas, electric. Excess penetration burning through is more of a problem with thin sheet as a hanger level of skill is needed to balance heat input and torch transfers when the welding thin metal. Now, first one, second one is the porosity. Porosity, this occurs when the gases are trapped in the solidifying weld metal. These may arise from damp consumables or metal or from dirt, particularly oil or gases on the metal in the vicinity of the weld. This can be avoided by the ensuring all consumables are stored in dry conditions and work is carefully cleaned and degraded prior to the welding. Inclusions. These can occur when several runs are made along a V joint when joining thick plate using flux cord or flux coated rods and the slag covering covering a run is not totally removed after every run before the flowing run. Fifth point is the cracking. This can occur due just to thermal shrinkage or due to combination of strain accompanying phase changes and thermal shrinkage. In this case, the weld stiff frames, a combination of poor design and inappropriate procedure may result in high residual stress and cracking. Now, here discuss about design of fillet weld. This is the most important term in this topic. Used, used when two members overlap each other, stress developed. First one is the direct state, that is minor. Shear state, that is major. Two more widely used fillet weld shapes. Concave, there are two types, concave and convex. Concave will less penetration than convex, a smaller throat than convex. On cooling, outer face in tension cracks, not good. Convex welds, more penetration, large throat. Convex weld stronger on cooling, compression in outer face due to the shrinkage and good. Basically, here discuss about concave and convex shape of the weld. Note, if concave welds are designed in first phase, they are made convex, and in second concave. Now, both diagrams see here. First diagram is convex, second diagram represent the concave, and surface is no tension, surface is not in tension zone, and arrow marks will be throat thickness. The arrow marks perpendicular denote the throat thickness. Size of the flat weld is equal to minimum leg length of the weld. Leg length is equal to distance from the root to the toe of flat weld, and leg length are measured along the largest right angle triangle inscribed within weld. Now, throat size perpendicular distance. Always perpendicular distance will consider the throat side. Throat size. Size of weld. First one is the equal and unequal. Equal is preferred. In some circumstances, unequal is used to increase the throat size, hence strength. In butt angle connected to plate where thickness of weld on angle is limited. That means weld size specification, thicker plates, heat dissipation in horizontally as well as vertically, lesser fusion depth due to high heat dissipation, need to limit the maximum thickness of plate, thin plate, heat dissipation mostly along horizontally, lesser depth. Now, maximum size of the weld, that all are the design procedure. To avoid the melting of base material, first one is that if the plate thickness is less than 6 mm, maximum size weld is equal to thickness of the plate. Now, if plate thickness is greater than 6 mm, then maximum size of weld is equal to thick of thinner member 1.5 mm. To avoid over stressing of weld at the ends, the maximum size of weld for round toes 3 by 4 thickness of toe thickness may be sufficient. Now, minimum size of weld. In thick member, a small size of weld, no proper bond between the weld and member. So please mention here table thickness thickness of thinner member and minimum weld size. When 0 to 10 mm, then 3 mm, 10 to 20 mm, that means 5 mm, 20 to 32 mm, 6 mm, 32 to 50 mm, 8 in first turn, finally, and 10 mm. That is the minimum weld size is the 3 mm. It is the remember points. Also, minimum weld size should not be more than the thickness of thinner member. Generally, minimum size of weld is preferred due to following reasons. Only one run is required. More the size needs more than one runs, such as in the plates of thickness greater than 32 mm. Now, less weld size, cheaper. Effective throat thickness, shortest distance from root of fillet to the face line of weld, that is perpendicular distance. Effective throat thickness, that is K. Size of the thickness equal to K into S. In equal welds, K is equal to 0.707. That is size of weld is equal to 0.707 S. Effective thickness of throat should not be less than 3 mm, and that means effective thickness जो होगा आपका 3 mm से less नहीं हो सकता है. Should be not be greater than 0.7. Thickness of thinner member and should not be greater than thickness of thinner member in SPL circumstances. Effective length of weld, that means effective length of weld over all length of weld minus 2s. S is the size of the weld. Actual length of the weld is equal to 4s. Okay, thank you.